Well, hello, Young and the Restless Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Wednesday, September the 27th, 2023. Wednesday, September the 27th. Well, let's see what's happening in YH land. We have Victoria finally meeting with Nick. I'm so concerned about our father. And he looked at him, he goes, why? He's not making rational decisions. And Nick is like, you mean because he demoted you? No, he goes, he goes, Vic, where was all your concern about our father's health before he demoted you? I think the timing is suspect. You think my concern for our father's health is not genuine? He goes, Vic, I know you. And I know you're upset about him demoting you. And she goes, she goes, I need your help back in Newman. He says, oh, no. I am not getting involved with that. He should have thrown in her face when she fired him or put him on a permanent leave of absence, permanent leave of absence. Same thing. But he didn't throw that in her face and he should have. And so she goes, just because he could punch on a punching bag all day doesn't mean his mental capacity is there. Look at all the back and forth he did with the decision making with the whole Newman media situation. He goes, yeah, that was a bit out of character, but you know what? That's dad. That is dad. That does not mean something is wrong with him. And so he goes, and just let me set the record straight. I absolutely will not come back. I am staying out of all of that. So she goes, Mom agrees with me that she's worried about dad's health. And he looked at her. Now, Nikki just told her, Victor is control of his own health. She will be monitoring him. That's what Nikki said. Some of his decisions have kind of thrown her aback, but they're still his decisions to make. So when she said that to Nick, Mom agrees with me. So he goes, then you should let Mom handle Dad, Vic. You should let Mom handle Dad. And if you go in, Victoria, and you talk to our father like he doesn't have the mental capacity to do the job, he goes, you're going to get a whole lot worse from him. So I suggest, Vic. And so he goes, well, you know what? She goes, I have done a good job at Newman. He goes, you know what, Vicky, you have done a really good job as CEO of Newman, except with the decision to hire Nate Hastings. And he looked her dead in her face. And she kind of like, not Nate again. Yeah, there we go. Nate. And so he says, that's why you coming up against him, trying to make it like it's a mental thing or like it's too much stress for him to handle. He's going to take that, Vicky, as sour grapes. And he's not going to tolerate it. And it's not going to be a good look for you. So I suggest you don't go that route. Well, then at least, you can be a brother. And he goes, oh, I am a brother. I came and I'm listening here. He said, but I'm not gonna go for that at all, and I'm not gonna to be involved with that, right? So Devon and Lily are talking. I didn't get any pictures of this because boring. They're trying to figure out what's going on. Who could this mystery person be? Lily has some guy trying to track down where the money came from, that bought Victor shares, and it ended up coming back to a LLC and holding company. And she's like, and so Devon's like, do those initials mean anything to you? She goes, not really, but my grandmother's name was Lily Bell or Lily something Bell. So, I mean, other than the fact that those are her initials, I don't see, a connection. She says, however, he did say that the company is was formed in Chicago, Detroit, and that is where they were from. She goes, but they've been dead for years, right? And she says, and Nate says, and I mean not Nate, Devon says, and I know Olivia has not quit medicine to form a company and go into business. So it's not Olivia. And so she goes, and he's like, it has to be Mamie. Has to be Aunt Mamie. And she goes, but yeah, if it is though, why would she be anonymous? Why would she insist that, she doesn't want her name known? He goes, I don't know. And she goes, and if it is Mamie, Jill is going to go ballistic because they did not get along. So she goes, before we don't have hard proof, it's at Mamie. And so Devon says, yeah, but I kind of think it is. She says, but we shouldn't tell anybody. We shouldn't tell anybody until, we know more information. And so Devon was like, yeah, okay. But you know what? He goes, I think I know who I can get more, see if I can get more information. So he calls Nate and tells Nate he wants to meet, can Nate come meet him at the athletic club? But before he calls Nate, Victor calls Nate in the office. He has Adam in the office. And Victor says, okay, son, you said you wanted to start at the bottom. He goes, yeah, but what does Nate have to do with anything? Because, I can't stand Nate. He goes, because I'm making you Nate's assistant. Nate looks at Adam. Adam looks at Nate. They look at Victor like, wait. Adam's like, wait, what? Why would I be this guy's assistant? He said, son, you said you wanted to start from the bottom. Well, assistant to the COO is not even the bottom. I'm giving you a position in the realm of the official CEO staff, right? He goes, but when I said that, Dad, I thought I would be mentored by you. And then he goes, I thought we could do a little father-son thing. And he's smiling. And he's like, and you could teach me things. And he goes, nope, I have decided you're going to be Nate's assistant. And Nate says, Victor, I have an assistant, and his name is whatever he said his name is. And he goes, and he does an excellent job. I don't need another assistant. And so Victor goes, I already have another job for Greg Smith, John Doe. It's like, I've already reassigned him. Adam and you are going to work together. And he said, and I have a meeting. I will leave you to, no, Adam says, yes, Dad. I said I want to learn from the ground up, the ropes, but not from somebody that I have spent more time in business school than he has spent in business, which is true. Nate's only got a year and a few months. Adam graduated from Harvard and has been running his own, ran his own, running Newman, running all these other. Nate does not have that experience, but this is a test for Victor to see if Adam has an agenda, if he can humble himself. See, and all this is if Adam could humble himself for 3-4 months max. That's it. And Victor would get rid of Nate and put Adam in that spot. That's how Victor works. Victor only wants Newman in the C spots. Neil Winters learned that the hard way. Victor would have Neil teach his kids the ropes and then give them Neil's job. That's what he would do. And remember, when he talked to Nate in the beginning, he says, listen, just so you know, only a Newman will ever inherit the company and or run the company. And I believe in my children having the main spots. He goes, your Uncle Neil had a problem with that. Told him. So Adam, but the bad thing is Adam is going to self-sabotage himself, right? And as he's trying to take down Victor or Victoria or trying to set up Nate. Adam can't play right. He can't play nice in the sandbox. But he's going to pretend because he has no choice. So that ought to be interesting. And then we have Mamie. She ran into Nate, because Nate met Devon, and Devon was trying to fill him out. Has your mother gone into business? And he told him the name of the LLC. Do you know who that could be? And it was Nate that said, yeah, it was actually Nate that said, well, I don't know, maybe, maybe that's Aunt Mamie. That's Aunt Mamie's company, you know? And so then Devon ended up coming back and he was talking to Lily, and that's how he says, nah, I think it's Aunt Mamie. Nate, thinks it's pretty much Aunt Mamie. And he and Nate, it didn't end the conversation well. I forget what Nate said, and Devon's like, yeah, you were a waste of time anyway. So, you didn't give me nothing, too much of nothing. But Devon leaves, and then Mamie's coming in. Nate was getting ready to leave, and he runs into her Aunt Mamie, thinking of, and here you are, right? So the next thing is they show her upstairs. They're upstairs in the room, and she was saying, she told him, she goes, you're the only person I could trust. And I thought, that's interesting. Why couldn't you trust Lily? Is it you're the only one I could trust with this because you're not working at Chancellor Winters right now? And she knows if she told Lily, Lily would tell Jill, which she would. She honestly would, so she needs that part to be hush hush right now. But anyway, she says, yeah, she's the mystery investor. And she's just waiting for, she planned on telling everybody tonight. He goes, but I need your help. I need you to make sure Lily and Devon are on the wrong track, like they don't figure it out until I'm ready to reveal. And he goes, well, I think you're a little too late on that, Aunt Mamie. They've already figured it out. Devon has. So she goes, this is not going the way I planned. And I'm thinking, girl, you're not a good planner at all. Because you pretty much, you came to town, and why would you let Nate in on anything? Seriously. Do the grand reveal, then do it earlier than tonight. Or bottom line, they don't know you're there. So when you still do your thing, but Nate still he didn't have to know anything, right? But Nate will definitely not tell because look, he don't care. He don't care about Devon and Lily. So he's going to do whatever he wants to do. So that's pretty much it. There's no comments in Comment Corner. Nothing else really happened. I'm telling you, this is slow. Molasses to me, they could have speeded the last 2 days up and put them into one. But I will be back tomorrow for another daily recap of The Young and the Restless.